Okay, stay with me for this. So your attraction, what you're attracted to, isn't what you actually like. It may be things that you desire or your flesh, the outer part of you, your ego thinks is nice and cute. But what it really boils down to is what you're attracted to is what's most familiar to you. It's not what you deep down really want. So your attraction is built from your family, your culture, your environment, the things that you see, those things form your attraction. And you're attracted to those things. Sometimes do you ever find someone attractive and then your friends are like, what do you see? What is attractive about this person? And they can't see what you see. And it's because you specifically, something in you sees something familiar in that person and you're feeling drawn towards them. That's what attraction is. And so lately I've been switching that definition of attraction in my mind, because before it was synonymous with I like this person and it's because there's something divine about this. Maybe it's from God and I just like them because it's meant to be. But I'm realizing that whether this be attraction in friendships, in relationships, in work, attraction comes from, if you're not conscious about it, a lot of the time it comes from familiarity. So it can come from two places. There are times where you see someone that doesn't seem like your type at all, but you're attracted to them, and that's coming from a different place because something in you that, if you're normally attracted to toxicity, something in you knows that you don't want toxicity, knows that toxicity isn't healthy for you. And so when you see someone that is healthy, something about that may be enticing, but it may be hard to be attracted to that person, even though they're good-hearted and kind. It's hard for you to be attracted to that because that's not familiar to you. And so I never really understood when people would say that they were attracted to they weren't attracted to their current partner. And I was like, how can you be with someone you're not attracted to? That just means that they didn't feel drawn towards that person. That person wasn't familiar. And oftentimes we stick to what's familiar, what our comfort zone, what we feel comfortable with, even if what we're comfortable with isn't that great. Because in order to get something more than what we've had, we have to step into the unknown. We have to go into a scary place and trust that people are good-hearted and trust that this person is good for you, but you've never seen it before, right? And so I'm realizing now that a lot of my attraction and the things that I find familiar, in particular this one quality, I didn't find it so attractive, but I noticed I was just drawn to people like that in friendships, in the people I would interact with at school, at work. I was drawn to this personality, and I don't know why, but it seemed like I was playing a role. When I was drawn to these people, it felt like they had a specific role, and then I fell into my people-pleasing Fiona kid role that I've grown up with. And it felt like I knew how to interact with these people. I know how to keep the peace with these types of people and personalities. But it wasn't what I wanted. It felt like I was walking on eggshells around these people. It felt like who I am wasn't really being heard around these people, like it was being squished. But for some reason, I felt safe around these people. And I thought that I was attracted to them, and that this is, I guess, what a guy looks like. But I realized that I'm attracted to that, and attraction in the sense that I'm drawn to that, I'm pulled towards that, because that's qualities that I've seen in the men around me growing up. And because I've seen that quality in them, when I see it in other people, it's familiar, but it's not actually what I want. And so now that I know that, I was able to look at it and say, I don't actually like that quality. I don't actually want to have that quality in a partner. And knowing that, I can see, I've put a name to it. And so that when I come across someone with that personality, I can be aware that they have this trait and pay attention and make a more thought out decision. And so if you feel like you're always attracted to one thing, or you always attract the same type of people to you, you can use that as information. And you can decide if you want to keep being attracted to that or keep attracting that. And when you're able to look at the qualities, understand why it's familiar to you, and understand really once you've named it and written out all the things that you're attracted to, you can really look at it and say, do I actually want this? I know this is familiar, but is this a quality that I want to carry with me for the rest of my life? Is this helpful? Is this going to get me to the places that I want to get, to my goals? Do I feel comfortable with these attributes and qualities? And if you can look at that and make a true decision with something that truly resonates with you, then you can really choose and change what you're attracted to. So that was really fun to see that I'm not attracted to what I thought I was attracted to, and I didn't have to go down that whole rabbit hole and continue feeling squished and not seen and not heard, and until one day I understood this, and that I can see it now and use that to make a more informed decision moving forward. And this isn't just in regards to relationships, it's also the friends that you find attractive. I noticed that, and by attractive I mean the friends that you're drawn towards, that you feel safe around. Most of the friends that I attract are a lot like me, are people that I feel comfortable and safe around, often people that are a bit passive. It's about work, what kind of work, and the people you draw in at work, coworkers. It's about the people you meet on an everyday basis and the people that you attract and that you find attractive because they're comfortable and they're familiar to you. I didn't realize why you're supposed to change your attraction or what attraction actually was. And now that I know what attraction is, I know why it's important for me to decide what I'm attracted to and to let go of attraction and to try and overcome this familiarity I feel around certain toxic traits. Or even if I feel familiar around them, understanding that that is not a trait that I want around me. And that's not a trait that I want to continue to attract. Okay, I hope that helped. Bye-bye.